Hi everybody. I've just spotted a corner of the garden that is in need of attention. It's gone a little wild, and there are some beautiful little irises that are poking their heads up. And I want to clear the weeds to give those irises the space they deserve. The thing is, those weeds needn't be just a nuisance. You know, weeds are the superheroes, as far as I'm concerned, of the plant world. They will grow where no other plant will grow. They will recolonize a bare area of land and transform it and bring nature back in. So I actually have loads of respect for weeds. And in this case, the weeds that are growing have loads of properties, beneficial properties, for me to take advantage of. Because there are some brambles with fresh leaves, and I'm going to pick those leaves to make blackberry tea with. And there are also nettles. And nettles are something that I allow to grow in little pockets of my garden because they are so very, very, very useful. You can use them to create a fertilizer and an insecticide for your plants. You can eat them in a soup, much like a spinach soup, which is what I'm going to do today. You can use them for a tea. And stinging nettles and blackberry leaves have loads of medicinal properties. And everybody in my family is a little bit under the weather today, including me. So we need something to boost our immunity and help us feel better. Now the blackberry leaves, I'm just going to pick off this new growth here, not these tough old gnarly leaves. And apparently blackberry leaves are good for a sore throat, for sore gums. And I have a little bit of a sore throat coming on. And you're just going to dry the leaves, and you can have them as a green tea, or you can ferment them to make them into a kind of a black leaf tea. And I'll add a link to show you how to do that. So how do you recognize the stinging nettle? Well, take a good look at those leaves and see how it creates new shoots at the top like that. And for eating, it's those top shoots that you really want. And you want to wear gloves when you pick them because, as it says in its name, they will sting you. Oh, I didn't get much there. Here. There we go. It's those tops that you want that are nice and tender in early spring. Perfect for eating. And you know, you can also put your stinging nettles in your compost heap. They are a great activator for your compost heap. I just cannot sing the virtues enough of nettles. So there's no need to consider them a nuisance in your garden, because actually they are amazing. And now that I've got my stinging nettle, there's one more ingredient that I'd like for my soup, and that's wild garlic. And I know just the place to find it, up the road from where I live, in the woods. To help you identify wild garlic, look to see that the leaves have veins that run in parallel. And then you can see the flower that's coming up there. But the biggest giveaway is that when you touch it and you smell the tip, it smells of garlic. Now that I've picked my blackberry leaves and the tops of the stinging nettles to make my soup, it's time to clear up all of that mess and reveal the beautiful irises. job done. I'm gonna go in now and make my soup. So I have some leftover chicken stew, and all that's left over is the broth with some of the vegetables, potatoes, carrots, and leeks. And that is gonna make a perfect base for me to make my nettle soup. So I'm just gonna add my nettles, and I've trimmed off all of the stems. And that's been well washed. I'm gonna add my wild garlic leaves, also being very well washed. So there we have it, nettle soup. And obviously once it's cooked, it no longer stings, and it's actually really, really tasty. Bon appetit!